All right, we're officially live both on YouTube and Twitch now. And, hopefully we'll have that Twitch Drops program starting soon. Splinterlands is more than 7 years old, and a lot of different projects have been closing down. And we saw some pretty cool stuff this week about marketing and whatnot. But go ahead and say hi to the crowd, baby.
Hello, hello. This is the AI version of Bebe Omega. The real Bebe is somewhere in the unknown, so I'll be filling in for him.
Yeah, yeah. So we set up this system that when he can't come on, we just get an AI bot.
Yes. Nice to meet you.
Yes,
I
yeah.
mean, I'm an AI bot.
I was inspired by Aftersound and his new videos where he talks to a bot about the game. So we set this all up. What do you guys think? I'm not good at keeping the joke going, buddy.
Why not?
Oh, that was funny. That was funny, sir. Good little joke by Bebe there. No, it is him. He's just not coming on video today. And
Ever
I agree.
again.
We got supreme victory here. We are a very small project, very bright future, and they're saying it doesn't sound like you. I need a better bot. That's pretty funny. But so one of the big things that's starting to happen in Web3. I had this little post by Crypto Stash that I saw today. Another project. This is a smaller one shut down. Shatterline FPS. We have Ember Sword shutting down. We have big time losing players. Token down 99%. You got Illuvium players down. You got Parallel players down. You got all these tokens dropping. They're having what happened to us when our token fell apart, when we went from $1 to a penny. But when you look at these games shutting down, we just had one of our best pre-sales, and that is the different world that Splinterlands is in right now, which is pretty impressive.
Why don't we start with the article?
Oh, yep. I was going to bring it up. That was the next thing I was going into. I was just letting you get into it a tiny bit. This was our first little marketing thing. If you guys haven't seen, Blaze shared this and then Dave shared it. But if you're not in the Discord or you don't check it that often, we had a nice article here in CCN about how Splinterlands turned 7 years old with over 1 million in cards sold in 2025. That's a little misleading, but true. But it'd be nice if this maybe had over 1 million in player to player sales of $1 million, because I think that's what they're referencing. Because obviously we did a pre-sale of 2.4 million, and we've probably had around $500,000 in additional pack sales already after in the new set. I know I spent an extra like $1,400 already on packs, which is surprising when I saw that number. Um, it's a pretty good article. We can go through it a little bit if you want. Is there anything you wanted to add?
Oh no, just I mean, just bringing awareness because maybe not everybody have seen it, and finally, after I don't know how many months, we're featured somewhere. So I mean, it's not worthy, I think.
Yeah. So that's like a really something that I think we need to start to push. There was this idea that Splinterlands being 7 years old in some people's mind was bad. But I really think this new set of cards has totally turned that on its head. We went from a project that might have been looked old and boring to all of a sudden the chase is real, which is the which is really true. You got a lot of people talking about. I know Crystal is in stream saying she can't stop opening packs. Every time I say don't buy any more packs, Steve, I buy five more packs and I try to get another black foil. I fail. I even bought another alchemy pack the other day. Opened it, got a gold common only. Paid $12 for a pack worth 68 cents, and went, why did I do that? But it's because there's excitement in these packs unlike anything that I've ever experienced, and I've been here for 6 years, 11 months. I joined. Next month is my anniversary, my 7 year. I only missed a month of the game being live, though I missed like the 4 months where they sold the alpha packs before the game was even made. So I'm not like, oh, OG. Those guys are more than 7 years ago gave money to the game. Yeah, and you got the Fizz here. He's buying more cards. Hey, we got Ink over there saying hello to everybody. He's in the Twitch chat. Good to see you over there, Ink. And it's just, how has your experience so far been with this, baby? I don't know if I've really went over your pack openings. I know you ended up buying those packs with our group um, for
Nothing
you and
impressive.
Rosanna. And
Nothing, no arcane, no black phone, no nothing. But anyways, my presence is been MIA in the game. Not really playing much, except for the bros. When the last one I kicked Django's ass bad, and he still cannot get over it. And also Nate. So with the like lack of cards on my side, I'm still doing good. Good.
yeah,
And
yeah, like it's very interesting.
waiting for rebellion packs to double, so I can get rid of some, and then I can get some of the new card.
Yeah, I would say the only bad thing I've noticed about this new set a little bit, and it's only bad for me and maybe players who do what I do, is that the shine has been taken off of the gold foil a little bit by the black foils. Um, it's a lot harder to move these cards. It's hard to move them at value. It looks like you had to lower price, though we're finally starting to see these cards go up in value. We're finally seeing people come in and buy them. I think because they were undervalued. I know I sold my gold foil Bellomancer and my gold foil Jiraiya, probably for about $20 lower than each of them currently at the market prices. But I was looking to turn these cards into more cards within the set. I've been good with that profit. But I'm wondering, like, $84 for this guy, who I thought was a pretty good card, he seems a little low still. Um, how do you think the black foil, the arcanes are affecting the market? Do you think it's hurting the gold foil? Have you really noticed or had a chance to look into it?
Not, I haven't really looked at the prices because, as I said, at the moment it's kind of like painful just looking and do anything about it. So
Yeah. I mean, also cards I thought would be really good. This Final Rest, but I realized, like, they did a change to Final Rest, which made it not that good. And they made it not work against Eloise. So the big thing about this is it could shut down Eloise, but I guess they thought Eloise was too important of a card where she got immunity from a Final Rest, which I actually ran into that in a battle, and it was very frustrating when I played this guy. And um, it is pretty crazy to see her destroy your entire team while you played the card that was supposed to stop her from doing that, but they backed out of it. And we got Jangle saying he bought two black foils off of the market. I will say that black foil commons, um
I was considering that, by the way. I mean, I haven't looked at the prices, but I was thinking maybe if the like because many people have it and trying to sell it, maybe if someone like cheap, it's a
yeah,
max
I
card.
mean,
So
I mean, if let me see here. Can I sort these price? That's the wrong way. This way. I mean, some of these cards like that are at like 135, 140 for how much more they're going to do for you in the when you stake them in wagons, for how strong they're going to be when they get staked onto land in what, like 2 years when they're moved out of modern. It's definitely very interesting. I don't know how they need to get If we put in a regular card really quick, so the Mad, where's the Mad Kabbalist here? Oh, is he not even one of the cheaper
It's the
cards?
second card. It's the second
Oh yeah,
card.
I'm blind. Okay, so he's a 6 cents card, right? So 6 times 400. Divide that by 100. He's a $24 max card. So is a black foil worth $120 basically? Is that really where the price should be at? Do you think they'll go lower? When you look at that, they're like
I think they might. I
$120 more.
Yes, I think they might because I'm thinking a lot of people that want black foils have open black foils have extra that they're trading between each other. So I think at the moment there is oversupply based on how many people want them and how many people have them. And people might get impatient and start, outbidding themselves down to the bottom. But that's why I'm not in a rush, to be honest.
Yeah, I
But
feel like
I don't know if the marketing like really hits properly and we do get the new players, that might change quickly. So it's a risky move to wait, but also maybe
yeah, I,
profitable.
I, I do feel like if the regular foils don't go up a bit, the black foils should maybe come down a little bit more because that injustice there where I can spend $24 and get a Mad, and I know that's not really accurate because I can't buy 400 of these at 6 cents. There's going to be some price impact once I get past probably like 50. So unless I do it over a lot of days, let's call it $30 maybe to 144, something like that. And sorry, I went off of the market there, but the price difference is going to be interesting, and it'd be interesting to see what some people see. We got Blazing Bank over here. Oh, your Hive keychain still normally has to be there to log in. Sorry. Yeah, I do understand. I did forget one. Woody's reminding me one bonus of the black foils that I forgot is they do come back to life faster for survival mode.
Again,
Um,
we're talking to me.
yeah, well, a little bit. I was talking to Woody. I was talking to you too when I was talking about the comparison between a regular card being, with the black foil being about $100 more at max than the current commons. I'm imagining that that's probably pretty standard right now, and I'm wondering if that's the right number. And he reminded me that the black foils have one more advantage besides the more production on land, besides the extra SPS when you win a battle. They also do it. I will admit, Master Shouldn't he's bringing up a point here. Gold foil arcane. I was going to get to this too. That does seem to be the forgotten thing in this set. They are not being sought after as much, and I think one of the reasons why is because black foils are so good, for what they can do.
I
And
always
I'd
get
have to.
like I'm kind of mixed about. I mean, not really aware of how can I say. I'm not quite sure about it. Are gold foil? They're not maxed out, right?
No, gold
They're
foil
just
arcane are maxed
fancy.
out. They
What they
are.
are.
They are maxed out. They are gold foil, and they do have some additional bonuses. Let's see if I can find the post really quick. I didn't have this up, but I don't think that they are um, as much. Now, one thing about the arcanes, and Bajangles is bringing this up. Maybe these are going to be more for collectors if we get a bigger group of collectors type people coming into the game because they are numbered and they are capped in supply, and that's the other thing that might push black foils down over time. If people do keep buying packs and they do keep using midnight potions and they do keep pulling them, um, let's see. I'm gonna move us off screen for a second. I have to find the introducing, but if they keep pulling them and stuff, you could have an issue where you're going to have Here it is. I think no, it's community engagement. Community engagement. Let's see. Oh, introducing it here. I don't know if did they go over the all the balances. I know they go over the arcanes. So there's the black foils. So they get 20 reward bonus in ranked battles, half cooldown in survival mode, 5x the burn value. Not that I know who would burn them, but the big deal is it's the collection power boost for wagons for contributions on in conflicts. And they have five base X production point multipliers. So they're when you put them on land, it's like putting beta cards on land, which is pretty amazing. And it's going to be a max level one, obviously. And then you have the gold foil arcane and black foil arcane here. Do they go over what these give? I don't know if they give anything extra.
I think they don't.
Yeah, so I think they just give what you normally get for each card. So that means that the gold foil arcanes, while they're numbered and rare and have a cool little shine to them, they only get, I believe gold foils only get the extra SPS when you win, right?
Yeah.
And then the other, I guess, bonus for gold foils is being able to use them in gold foil tournaments and gold foil brawls. So that's the big one that I can think of for that.
Yeah, that's rich people's problem at the
Yeah.
moment. And I know
Yeah.
you like borderline there, but yeah, I'm far, so it's like kind of like whatever.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep putting some money into the game for this set, but it'll have to be coming.
Oh,
We could usually really use a pump in this. If we get an altcoin market, we had that one pump in this up to like 50 cents, and I was like, "Whoa, my Hive account's worth a lot," and then it
yeah,
came right back down.
don't mind
So
putting some more money, but and I probably will. I mean, hopefully I will, but yeah, it's like it's not the time, and I don't know if there will be time, but well, the Rebellion packs up to 470, which not bad. I'm soon expecting them to cross like stably. No, what can I say? To cross it firmly, the $5 mark. So then I can start opening my eyes to see what I can do about it.
yeah, I mean, it's an interesting question from Jingles, but I don't know if either of us are going to have a good answer because I don't think we're buyers of black foil promo cards. But he's saying a black foil Skinwalker, there's only 40 copies. What would we pay for it?
$25.
Baby says $25. I mean, because here's the Arcane Skinwalker. Looks like I can't. Can I do it from here? No, I can't. Okay, so we got to go to market. Let's remove that. Let's put promos. Let's put blacks on here. No black foil matte yet.
There is. Oh, yeah, Matt, no.
No, Archmage. There are black foils of these. Not very many on the market though. Only 2 for Grammel, both around 2,500. And I again suck at sorry guys. For I will always just go up and hit the top left one, and it's always back
It's
to
okay.
my
We
cards.
forgive you.
Yes.
We forgive you.
And right now you got Arcane. You got these. Now one of the things that's kind of interesting here.
It's
So,
around 50 times my budget, so
how do you think these compare? And I'll throw this
well,
out to the crowd
it doesn't make sense. Well, I mean,
as well.
yeah, it doesn't
But
make sense because, as we said, like Blackfall is have more bonuses than GoFo Arcane. So
yeah,
to be doubled, more than double the price instead of being less, kind of like, okay, somebody's trying to milk them.
yeah, because our little guild group, we got this card, and so right here we're trying to sell it. We had it listed at the lowest, and then Woody, watching, you came in and we're about to create a war with you on lowering the price.
Woody,
But
wait
uh,
until we sell it and then sell yours.
yeah, yeah, because baby's in that
Be,
group
be
too.
a
He
sport.
wants.
Be a sport. We need some DC.
But I was looking at these two cards and I was comparing them with the guys running our sale, and I was like, this price we're currently at, like we were trying to get, it doesn't make any sense while this card's available for 750.
Yeah.
But there's only 3 of these on the market. So what I told them was, if somebody buys these, if these go away, then it's
There is a
possible.
900 one. There is a 900
Yeah,
one,
yeah.
which
When it's
still.
when it's when it's 900, though that price becomes maybe a little bit more justified, unless you just totally think the black foil. Oh my gosh, I've done it like 6 times. You guys just can keep laughing at me for the extra button clicks. But yeah, maybe these just don't compare. Maybe this is just better, and this is just pie in the sky. Um, which is, if that turns out to be true, I think they maybe made a tiny mistake here because I feel like they wanted this to be more special than this. I mean, it's max level, it's gold, it has this cool rune effect that goes across it. Does it need some of the bonuses that black foils get? Like, should
Well,
arcane gold foils get more?
no, because somebody put it very well. Of course, somebody. Django's. GFA is for the collectors. Black Foe is for the players. That's it. Simple. Simple as that.
Yeah, and but then Paul has a good point, right? So he's saying there it's true, but there's not a ton of collectors yet here.
Well, I mean, okay, yeah, they're not, but that doesn't mean they won't be. And maybe people are not in a rush to sell. I mean, they
Yeah,
may
and
be like you've seen Prince Julian was what 10,000 whatever. Like, I mean, you see people put some crazy prices and they hope to capitalize one day, and they might not, but they're willing to wait, I guess.
yeah, yeah, I understand what you're saying. Master kind of agrees with me that this needs more. That the arcane gold foil, it needs to be above the black foil. If it's harder to get, it's supposed to be more special. In
Well, but again,
Splinterlands, you because you're doing this the same version of the cards. Like if this was alternate art, maybe that would make it have that extra collector's value, and then maybe it wouldn't need the extra in-game bonuses. So this becomes like the best card for a card player. This comes the best card for a flexor. But right now, it's almost silly, right? It's like, why would I pay double the price plus a couple $100 for a card that does less, doesn't get the same bonuses that the other
because it's a
cards get?
flex, as you said, it's a flex.
Yeah, I guess the mint number matters. I don't remember what mint numbers ours is. I know it's not a 1. Are you? Oh, we have number 25 out of 25. What do you
Well,
think? Is the last mint as good as the first mint, or have some kind of special things?
well, I mean,
Oh,
it's not
Woody,
as
I'm
good.
looking over there, but sorry, it's harder for me to read. It's easier if you're over here chatting.
Yeah, it's not as good, but it's still special. I mean, since they're only 25, so you cannot go to 69. Aside from one, the other special might be 13, but 25 should be like second or third, I would think.
I mean, the estimated power is only 1150, right? So production points 2000. It doesn't get the same. Oh my gosh.
Mm.
I maybe one time I'll do it right. Whereas this guy, his PP is 10,000. So market. There we go.
Another show off. Django, Django's. Okay, yeah, we know you're a rich guy.
Yeah, I know it's just flashy. I just think the only thing that they would have to do, and I should have left the post up. Why did I go off of it? Am I dumb?
Because you're off today.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. I must have hit the back button. There we go. So if I mean, I would be okay with us putting in a vote and saying that that these kind of bonuses, they don't have to be the exact same bonuses, but these kind of bonuses should be in the arcane gold foils. Maybe it's not an extra. I mean, I know gold foils get a 20% bonus in reward battles anyway, so they already have this one. But maybe the arcane one gets, um, if it's not half, it's like 75%, or maybe it's better if they want to make it better. Maybe make it a 20, make it a 75% less cooldown for survival, and then give them some kind of production point multiplier bonus as well if you get the arcane ones. If they wanted them to be clearly better cards, is all I'm saying. That right now they are not clearly better; they're only clearly more rare.
Oh, I mean, I
So,
guess working as intended, at least in my mind.
oh, I'm
I don't
sorry,
know.
Paul. It's only 10% for golds. I don't play gold, so I'm a little confused.
Yeah, as I said, yeah, Woody is not being a sport. It's okay.
Yeah,
Good for
Woody's right.
you.
If black foils drop under $100, then he would buy them. I'm kind of at the same level. I might be a black foil shopper for some of the commons at like $100, maybe. Um, just because I do own a lot of land, I can see their future use in the land, and I can see that they would help me do a lot better in the airdrops. So I would have a chance to do it. I mean, they are max level when you pull them, so they're way better than pulling a regular gold foil, Paul. But I'm just saying that it's a lot harder to pull this than it is to pull this, right? There's only 25 of these. There's 40 of these. Given, that's not that big of a difference here. But eventually, when we look at the other the non promo cards. So if we just look at a legendary conclave core, right, and then see
Uh,
here there's only two gold foil arcanes.
And they're
Uh,
pretty cheap.
uh $1 million.
They're pretty cheap.
And then the black foils, you see, you got 6, 6, 5, 6, and these numbers are going to get bigger. Um, Whereas these numbers are, is it? I mean, no, it's only one. I'm sorry, I don't know why. Right? There's only
Why
this
doesn't
one guy.
4 or 5? There is
I
5.
don't know. Oh, a four. Okay, there's five. Yeah, but there's only one on the market currently.
Yeah.
So, we'll have to see because obviously this card right here is going to be a lot rarer than these in theory. Who's at a? Oh, the next black foil is going to be this one, huh? Or no, maybe not. Not. Hold on, hold on. I have to do. Oh, whoa! Actually, this is where I need to go to. Well, how do I see that? Because this isn't all the legendaries, right?
Yeah, and there is one that is 5 also, Bren Palesworn.
No. Oh, Bren is 5. Okay, so it's going to be one of these two.
Yeah.
But we're missing a couple though, right? There's like none for sale. So
Really?
it also could be this card because this card's not for sale. This card's not for sale. This card's in black foil, at least. I mean,
Yeah.
so there's a bunch of them that are not for sale, so it's not showing us. But
Even the Filthy Scavenger.
yeah, yeah, you're true. You're true. I don't think a lot of people are putting much stock in the arcane ones now. It is a collector's item. It is something that you can get. It would be, a one of one On the legendaries, right, or 1 of 5, it would be a 1 of 25 on the rares. Um, it's definitely going to be an interesting thing. It's definitely a cool card to pull. The problem is, I think they meant for it to be a step up from Black Foil, and it isn't.
I
Currently,
don't
right
think
now.
I don't think that was the idea. I think exactly as intended, it was just a collector's item, which people don't get for the playing, they get for collecting. And maybe they should have had the same balances as the black foil, but I guess they wanted something clearly distinguishable, like as Django said. One is for players, the other is just for people who want to collect or flex or whatever it is. And by the way, just a heads up, 9 o'clock I have to bounce, but
Okay,
I
well
still have like 20,
we
22
still have
minutes.
like
So
20 minutes left. So,
yeah,
is there any other topics you wanted to get into in particular? I know we had the minor updates to land. Really just making it in theory. So if you have the resources, you might want to add a little extra into the liquidity pools, because now region to region transfers are going to go through the liquidity pools. So it should
yeah.
make those APRs a little juicier. That was a nice update that came out. Um,
I was curious how are the midnight potions because I was
I,
expecting them to rise, and I don't see much rise. So
let's see. Market. I think right now, Midnight Potions
yeah, the
have been
bottom.
trending. I mean, they've been holding right around 4 cents. A couple of people are trying to dump some at 3.9. The real issue is, I think, is that a lot of the people who are able to buy more, they can just make them. I'm still.
Yes, but yes, but that means they have to spend their hour, which they will need for the auctions. So that's why I was thinking there will be like some surge in price because now people are hoarding on most people I think are hoarding on their aura for the auctions, and just it seems that there is no demand, like no people, not many people are opening packs, or at least not with midnight potions.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just that the pack opening has slowed down.
Yeah.
Um, I think we can look at that here. Oh yeah, I forgot. It does better if you do Elmo's
How to
burns.
insult an emo? That's your first result. You hater.
Oh wait, that's the wrong one. Where is it? How come it doesn't come up? I've been to the Elmo site before. You think it would be in my history? Let me see if I can find it off tab here, off screen. Uh, oh, you're supposed to talk to the guys when I'm being when I'm
Mm.
off trying to bring up a website on the other page.
On, only if I want to.
Oh.
They can they can enjoy the silence as the Depeche mod had put it very eloquent, whatever. Jangles, geez, Bebe never makes time for us anymore. What? No. See, I am. See, I'm making like it's hard, but I'm still making time. See, that's you're seeing the glass half empty at the moment, Jangles, and I don't like it.
Yeah, you
Instead, you
guys
can
can all
say,
laugh at me because I kept doing emo burns instead of Elmo burns. So,
yeah. And so, Jangles, I mean, maybe instead you can say, Bebe, thanks for being able to make at least 1 hour. So we don't forget your voice or something like that.
I mean, we've only had a point 0.7 increase from yesterday on open packs. Um, it's we've already burned quite a lot of packs, and we've
How is
minted.
the spellbook? thingy going like, I mean, have you heard anything from the marketing? Is it like near, far, whenever, wherever you are?
Let's see. I know I found this last time, and now I remember how to get here quicker. I think one of the things we're seeing, they are getting a lot of people to come and sign up with some of the stuff they've been doing, but they haven't been getting this to go up by very much. But it is going up by a little. You
Well,
can't really tell.
no, I mean, yeah, as long as people are actually saying, yeah, that's still good. I like the blue line. It looks good. I mean, that's what we need now. Anyways, that's why they made the free aspect of the game so people can actually try it, and I'm happy that people are trying it.
Yeah, and I'm not really paying that much attention to these numbers, but it's interesting that they're growing already because I don't feel like they've really started their marketing push because I don't think they want to really get it going until the foundation set is out. Because the foundation set is the real new player experience thing that's going to help make the game so much better for them. The fact that
Yeah,
they're going
but
to be
that's why
able
I'm
to
asking,
go
like,
through
have you
those
heard it?
battles, and we haven't heard any updates for when that's going to be added in. The last update we heard in the town hall from Matt is that it was close, but it's not done yet. I have a
Well,
feeling like
I was mostly asking Django's because he's like now inside guy. So I mean, yeah, we have to make or we have to invite the People's Guild into our show because I mean, he has so much insight now because he's an inside guy. So
he
we should
he
invite
he
him.
he is definitely closer to some of the bigger account holders in inside conversations. I'll agree with you there.
No,
So
not only
so
that, he's like a sidekick to the McCoy of the David.
I thought he was Jimmy's sidekick now.
Well, I mean, it might have been, but no. Now it's like second hint of the CFO.
You know, I was just taking a little shot at him because Jimmy's been co-hosting lately. Um, Miss Hepthorne. Hope he's doing all right. But I mean,
Oh
yeah,
yeah, what? How
we
is
do
like
need
yeah?
that foundation set, Paul, because we need to get we need to get that here so that these blue lines, when we see them, we're like, good, they'll become a red dot. Because once we get them here and they start playing and they get their foundation cards and they start to get into the game, then they get hopefully just one good anything from anywhere, they'll get converted. Or it's not even that they need to get one, because if one of their friends pulls an amazing card, then they'll think, oh, I can pull that too. And it'll start from there. I do know here. Look, we've had so standard packs only a little bit held, legendary packs even smaller amounts held. So this is going to be interesting because I've heard an argument that legendary packs are the pack to buy and save right now because when the legendary airdrop cards are all released and if you have a stack of legendary packs you can open them and hopefully pull a lot of those really good cards. um, I don't know if I super agree on that. This one's the crazy one. There's been over 67,000 of those starter packs bought and opened. So that's pretty cool. And then alchemy
Yeah.
packs, they only held 1.3. So I mean, definitely when you look at what we bought, most people opened what they bought. Um, you you don't have any really high big numbers of people holding things. I mean, I guess 53,000 standard packs being held, but they could just be being held by people who haven't got around to opening them yet. Put an order in for the pre-sale and weren't paying attention. I know Neil opened up his legendary packs today, so he dropped this down because he had 100 legendary packs he was sitting on, and he opened them live. He pulled not very many gold foils, but he pulled 3 black foil commons. So
See, Jengos is playing like innocent. Like, am I inside guy? Yeah. No, you're not. But that's why. Okay, if it's a secret, sorry to spoil the secret. But yes, of course you are. And by the way, Jangos, what are you doing next Tuesday? Do you feel like joining us? We'll be happy to have you. Haven't talked to you in a while, and you can continue, Steve. He will take some time until he answer because
Yeah, I know, because there's a little delay on the YouTube.
yes,
But the what do you call it? One of the things that I just wanted to touch on, because I saw it today on the Market Watch. Um, is that these legendary cards, and I think it's because a little bit of the legendary packs and how popular they were with some people. They are already at the mint numbers of Rebellion legendaries. So if you add in Rebellion here, you're going to see that some of these cards, 1,000 copies in circulation. The new cards, 1,000 copies in circulation. So
yes. So it's time for
you're,
people to start buying rebellion packs. Come on, people. What are you
yeah,
waiting
yeah.
for?
So this is a very good sign for your Rebellion packs, because if the market, if people, if these start to run a little bit thin, now given there are more of these than these in some cases, depending on which one you look at, it's going to be very interesting because the market's not that deep on some of these cards, right? I mean, it's a little deeper on these two, but it's pretty light on this one. Pretty light here. That's like one max copy on Bellomancer for sale. Maybe there's some max copies in there, but it's gonna be interesting to see because, and now obviously here you're getting into the reward ones. Those don't count, but oh,
Venko
look,
was in the
she's
box, right? Venko was not a promo card.
this one. This one here is a promo card. I mean, not a promo card, a reward card.
No, no, no.
These two.
I'm talking about Venko was a regular pack legendary, not promo, right?
I thought Vinca was a promo.
What
Is
promo?
Vinca on
No,
here?
I don't know.
Oh no, there it is. Really, this came out of packs?
I think it should. I mean, I think it did.
Well, I guess it's got the right numbers, about 1,000.
Yeah,
Man, my memory's bad. Somebody in the chat will probably correct us. Time
I'm
does fly,
thinking.
Woody. It's amazing we've been here around for 7 years, and it's a like we were getting at the beginning. It's a huge accomplishment, I think, to have one of our biggest pre-sales. The other thing we were talking about, the Untamed pre-sale that I put $750 into, and it got me my cool my cool little case of Splinterlands cards, which I know gets kind of filtered out because I put $750 into it, and that sale raised all of $88,000 on Kickstarters for Untamed.
Yeah, that was
and
fun.
and we got like I have a book too. I think it's in my shelf in my room, and Vet V was showing that off too, and they were going over it on Neil's show, and it's like it's hard to believe that all these years later we just had a pre-sale for $2.4 million. We had guys dropping $80,000 in the last second and $30,000 in the last minute. Two people over $100,000 combined to move into the top six and knock our group out, unfortunately.
Mm, mm.
So it was
But
pretty crazy.
so we don't forget. Yeah, Django's as usual, 8 p.m. Pacific, whatever that falls into your timeline. But yeah, we would love to have you here.
Oh no, Brandon is saying Venka was an airdrop. I knew it wasn't in packs. I was like, no, I've never opened a Venka, and I opened a lot of Rebellion packs.
Yeah, airdrop. So what? I mean, yeah, it's an airdrop, so it still should be in the packs.
Yeah, but I mean, I didn't really open Venkas because I got them through the airdrop.
Okay, but what I'm saying is they are in the packs, regardless.
Okay, they are in your packs that you are trying to sell. I get it. Yes.
Though that was my point.
Yes.
Why would I care
Okay.
about anybody else's packs?
They are all in your packs. Remember that. If you want a Venka, you need Baby Omega's packs. That's why he's
Yes,
going to be selling them at a premium. His packs are heavy.
yes, yes. They're loaded, loaded.
Yeah. It's very interesting. I will say that the Rebellion, if we take off Rebellion, that some of these cards have started to bounce back up in sale prices. I know I stopped trying to sell them because they were getting too cheap, and now you're seeing these start to push back up in price. So that's kind of interesting. Like I've been shocked that Brennan has held this $15 price mark. Of course, this is the legendary I didn't max out with my packs. This stupid guy. I don't even know if I need him that bad, but I'm like, why do you have to be the most expensive? Why couldn't it have been this guy? Why'd I get like 12 of like 14 of him and only 8 of him?
Mm, again, rich people's problems.
Yes, yes, I know. I know. But yeah, I was expecting Greybrow to be expensive. He's awesome. I was expecting the healer to be expensive. This card's awesome. But people were sleeping on Bellowmancer. This taunt card at max level is ridiculous. Uh, the, this card right here with the phase ward, it can win games all by itself. Also, in the new when poison matches come out, to have a double back row cleanse when you max this card out is ridiculous. By like turn 2, your entire team is not poisoned anymore. It's
Oh,
crazy
why double?
because it has echo at max level. So
Mm.
it tank seals 2 times and it cleanses 2 people in the back row, which is awesome. Even sometime in non-poison matches, people are playing
Have
slows,
you have you
people are
actually
playing
test
blinds.
have you actually tested it?
Yeah, it works. It cleanses twice.
Okay.
I did
Because I
it in
thought there was a problem with the healing, like it wasn't doing it twice but 2 times or something like
even
that.
even though I lost this match, I used her right there, but I used her to win a match. I thought too recently. No, apparently I'm losing with her quite often. No, here's
Mm.
the one that I won. I think was this
There is no
the
poison.
yeah, but you'll still see her heal twice and cleanse twice.
Cleanse who?
Oh, I guess she doesn't need to cleanse anyone on this one. Well, you'll see her try to heal twice if I get hurt. I don't remember. Yeah, see there, I'm all beat up. But watch, heal, heal.
Okay.
See, and she also cleanses. I know I played a poison match earlier where I was having her do a lot of cleansing, but I just forgot which match that was in.
Thank you, Omega. Yeah.
Venka Omega. Would that be cool?
You
Splinterland. You
yeah,
think eventually, like, is that something we should add in? Bajangles after the pack sale ends, should the packs that have I know they can't actually do this, but if they could make some of the packs heavy packs, all of a sudden they say like 8 of your packs are guaranteed to have a black foil in them.
I well one day when I'm rich and when I'm in top 6 to buy, I'll make a Venki Omega card.
Oh, that would be pretty cool.
Yes.
That would be pretty cool. You know, I'm hoping that the eventually the top 6 has more people doing what AJ's group was trying to do, because they weren't trying to get that for AJ or for Eco. They were going to do it for a project they're working on. So the card was going to have something to do, some kind of name to do with their project. And when you think about it, like I don't know how much Splinterlands would like this, but and they might have some pushback against the name, depending on what it is. Obviously, there's got to be some negotiations. But where those 6 cards are looked at is like premium advertising spots for your project. Because
Yeah. And
if
then
your project is in on the sale, and you get to put your stamp on that card, then you're gonna have this player base that's willing to throw in a decent amount of money buying those cards and seeing them every single day.
then
So,
we can have more cards like Taye Laura Swift.
but actually, for Taylor Taylor Swift, but by her, so we don't have to put the weird pronunciation into it. That would be pretty
Yeah,
interesting.
and we could just call her Taylor Swift.
Yeah, I think everybody just does call her Taylor Swift, but her name's a little bit different. That card is ridiculous too. There are so many ridiculous cards in this set, which is why I need more and more and more and more cards. So we'll have to see what happens. Um,
Yeah.
I mean, for all of us, and what happens with these prices. Because one of the interesting things that definitely this set, I think, has proven to me is that a lot of people like me bought Legendary or they bought Alchemy. And we still need a lot of cards comparatively to when it was before. I mean, when I look at my cards,
Well, if you did buy all standard packs, it might have been different story.
yeah, um, oops. But
Because
like
yeah, you only need.
when I look at my cards and I look at my common and rare and epics, I mean, I'm only rocking level 7s. On my epics, most of them are level 3s. My rares are like level 5 and level 6. I did buy a decent amount of standard packs. Probably, I don't know if I could probably look it up maybe, but probably at least a couple hundred. But now I'm starting to go to the market because you were getting more market value in the standard packs. You were coming out ahead consistently, but the market finally caught up to that, and so right now the market is under those. They're probably the best and cheapest way to double check if you should be buying cards off the market or buying standard packs.
And any
If
last
you
any last thoughts or any last questions or whatever before I graciously leave? I'm asking you, do you have any like anything that?
Oh, for me, I thought you were asking the chat.
Well, the chat will take a while, so yeah. You, hey, you.
Um, no, I don't think so. I mean, I hope everything's going pretty well. Next week, it looks like it'll be me, you, and Bajangles. So that's a fun little announcement. Um, if you want to just leave the people with your general thoughts and how you're feeling, even though you've been a little checked out of the game because you've been busy with life.
Yeah, well, I'm still feeling. I mean, I'm still feeling positive, and I'm very happy to see people starting to talk the stuff I was talking like 6, 7 months, 1 year ago. So that's a positive. Don't see as much salt, if any. So overall, uh, as expected, things are going great, and they will go even better. So with that being said, I wish you and our audience best of the week. And then, yeah, next week we'll have an inside guy together here with us, Mr. Jangos, the inside man.
Yeah. Yep. And he can share a few secrets that he is probably aware of, and
Yes.
maybe we can get a little bit more into if he can get some agreement from some of the SPS whales if we need to give the arcanes the gold foils a little extra oomph.
But yeah, that's topic for another day. Well, it was nice co-hosting with you, and I'll see you around, sir. And then hopefully next week you'll have me for longer than an hour.
Yeah, hopefully. No problem, sir. I probably will only hang out for a little bit longer. See
Yeah,
if
of
anybody in the
course.
crowd has any questions that they want me to answer or things they want me to dig into. Um,
Okay. Bye bye now.
Goodbye, sir. All right, you got just me now, guys. So it's time to get into land. No, I'm joking. But yeah, I mean, really quick, I guess I'll go read the update post, and then I'll see if anybody comes in here because we did have some updates today. But I think I covered the main one, which was that we got Let's see. Oh, there was a redesign to the challenge menu. We'll have to look into that maybe next week. Me and Bajangles could fight a couple matches and he could pick on me. They fixed some. Let's see. Mimic can no longer copy Reckless. That was one thing they put into the game, which I guess is kind of an interesting one. Let's see. Any other fixes that were interesting? They made back to basics, do what it was supposed to the bloodline. I guess that was kind of cheating. Did some improvements to the mobile stuff. All of it just seems like it's just, other than the stuff they did for land, it was all kind of just fixed. Yeah, that's a good question, Paul. So he wants to know what will it be for each one? Rage was 200, and the People's Guild is saying it's going to be 350 to 400. I think it'll be closer to 300, because while they're letting us stake our older cards, they're only giving us half credit for the older cards, which does drive a little bit of extra value into them. If you're looking for more points for airdrops, don't forget to check out Rebellion and to look at those gold foils, and if they're more than half price compared to the new gold foils, well then you get flip side, if the new gold foils keep going down in price, and that's why I took down my filthy scavengers, I was like, I'll just take the production points for the airdrops. I also am thinking I took all my other gold foils off the market because I feel like they were getting pushed down quite a bit, and when the production points are needed for the set, it's going to be interesting to see. Yeah, well, I'm sorry. I was going off of Paul Taylor's Rage was 200. So if you're right, people, Bojangles, and it was 250 to 300 per copy, then I would go with your estimate of 350 to 400. Because I would kind of put it at like what it was at last time plus, half. Because they probably wanted to keep some value in the old cards, but they didn't probably want to make it so people who have the old cards all of a sudden get a whole bunch of extra airdrops, at least, because that's what would happen if they don't make it a little bit more expensive. Like if it was 200 last time and they did 200 again, all that would mean is that everybody who had a Max Rebellion set would have a ton more in there. So... Also, I guess here's one thing I was thinking about, guys. Should we be looking into starting to possibly unlock some of these cards? I've got a max copy. I got a level 4. I mean, this is a pretty meta card on the market. He's running only $2 right now, which is pretty wild. Because I thought, how much DEC is it to unbind him? Oh, $2. So, I mean, these cards are currently selling at almost just under a price, but Well, Paul, do we have new players coming, right? Will they be looking to buy specific cards because I mean, I admit you're right. You can still get them, but it's because, okay. Yeah, you're making a good point, Paul. I don't want to miss out on, I missed out on the last set. I didn't unlock hardly anything, and there were definitely some cards I probably should have unlocked. So I have to make sure I'm ready for it this time. Because, there's no reasons I shouldn't unlock some of my Olivias. There's no reason I shouldn't unlock some of these. there's probably I should be unlocking some of these halflings I have. And in theory, I'm gonna have more of these because I still buy chests and I'm still buying legendary cards. I guess I should include those. I actually don't have a max legendary set yet because it is hard to pull every single card. I need 2 more copies of this guy, 3 more copies of this guy, which is annoying because this is a really good card, and I don't use it that often because it's not maxed. I need 1 more copy of this, like 2 copies of this, but of course I have 5 extra, 4 extra of this, 4 extra of this, 7 extra of this, 6 extra of this. I've been buying the legendary pulls, the 10 legendary cards at the end of each season now because these are the last things I need to max out. And I swear, man, I don't know how many times I've seen these 2 cards when out of the 10 I flip. They'll take up like 4 of them every week. So it's very annoying. Yeah, but that'll be interesting too. That would be another thing to possibly speculate on is wood. Will wood get driven up in price? It's currently one of the cheaper resources, I think. Let's go double check. See if we go to land. And then we go to trade hub. So $1 gets you... Wow, $1 gets you 100,000 grain. $1 gets you 27,000 wood, 5,000 stone, and 2,800 on iron. And I know the production rates of these are different, but I wonder if those are in line because it feels like you get a lot more wood. Because if you're looking at at stone and iron, and you only get 502, 5,000, 3,000, call it maybe 6,000, 3,000, it's almost a 2-to-1 ratio. But then wood is off at some crazy one before that. So. Yeah, bolts. A lot of new players are coming, which is why I'm thinking I need to be prepared to unlock some of that. That's interesting. You need what? What other L's do I need? Maybe we could trade them, but I might just be able to get them. I do understand one thing, like trying to save your glint, but then I'm like, I can always make more glint. Because eventually the new reward set will come out and you'll want to be able to get a lot. But I've been kind of saving my glint. See, I have like 1.3 million and I already did my legendary draws. I'm ignoring these for now. I don't think I'll ever do this. 600,000 for a gold foil. I don't know. I still do these. I still do these. So at the end of every season, I do this. Sometimes I do this just to get some extra epic cards, but I'm holding off on that for now until I get these. And then the question is, do I go back after I get my first set of max legendary cards? Should I try to get a second set of max cards? So it's going to be interesting. Let's see if I look at what I actually need, Bajangles. Items, card collection. I need this guy. I need the dragon. I need 1 more copy of the battle mage. I need like 3 more copies of the frigid wolf. Now you said you need the ranger too, right? When you said you were giving up on pulling these. Yeah, I need a stupid Death Ranger too. I also need a couple copies of this one and a couple copies of this one. But if you need Chieftain or Jinx, I got one extra copy of this one. I got extra copies of both the red legendaries, the Ember Guard and the Surly Drunk. So, we'll see. I don't know if I'm really looking to trade though at this point, because that would cost money for both of us, right? I can't just trade this. I'd have to unlock it. I guess it's only $10 per trade, so that's not terrible, I suppose. Is that 20x power? Oh yeah, power's 500. Okay. But yeah, we definitely want to be ready for unlocking our extra cards if we're going to get a big marketing push, and a lot of people are going to come in, and if they get it, if they want, like, and one of the things that's going to be interesting, if they get like a couple copies of these cards, and then they want to level it up, and they can go to the market and pick them up, it's going to be interesting. It definitely isn't. Doesn't seem like it's worth it to unlock them now, because you're only getting like $2, so you're investing 10 to make at most 2. Gosh, look, this guy's selling 4 unlock price. That's interesting. But for now, I can keep pulling 10 of them a season for Glint, and if I had a release date for the next set, I probably would be more inclined to just unlock and trade. But I don't know if I should do that, because I have to spend 10,000 DEC to unlock them and trade them, and I could just spend the glint and get them as well, and I don't know what would be better. So yeah, my epics, I have, oops. My epics are all maxed, and I have a decent amount of most of them. And then, do I have any gold? Let's look at my gold collection here. Take black and black variant out. Take regulars out. I haven't got that lucky on golds this time around. I've only got this Frigid Beast, but I do have him at level 3, so I've got a couple copies of him. I do have a couple copies of each of the gold epics. Oh no, I also have this one. I think I pulled this one recently. I forgot about him, that he's a legendary. But not very deep on these at all. And then on the rares, yeah, pretty light on most of these. So that's a big difference. Last time, by the time the reward set was over, I had a lot of the cards, the soulbounds, very, very high max gold. But right now, it's not looking like I even have anything at max level in gold. I guess I'm getting close on this guy, right? Because is it 20? Oh no, it's 38 cards. I only have 20. Yeah, so that's interesting. All right, well, I'll think about it. I'll let you know, Bojangles. Do we want to spend $30 to be able to trade, or do we just want to spend glint and keep pulling cards? I don't know. Also, if we wanted to spend $30, they're selling so cheaply, we could just go buy what we need and not even worry about trading, and then you keep your extra copies of the cards. So that, if they were selling for a lot more, I might agree with you. But it does feel a little bit like the better option would just to be to go buy what we need on the, like literally if I need one more copy of this. Oops, that was really dumb. All right, I don't know how I did that. I could just pay $11.19 and be done with it, or I could pay $10 to unlock one of my cards, save $1, and trade it with you. I don't know. I kind of want to. I kind of want to at least wait until the season ends in a couple days and do one more legendary pull, and maybe if I once again get 10 cards where I go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then another one of these, and another one of these. 6, and then I get like one of these or one of these, and I go, God, this is going to take forever. I'd be more inclined to doing some trading to clean it up. But for now, I feel like I have time to just try to get them with Glint. I don't know. I would say, Paul, that this card I use a lot, but I do have it. I think this card is used a decent amount in Champion. At max level, he's an extra life with a shield and a taunt. So a shielded taunt can be pretty cool. You put him on a team that has armor and repairs in certain team modes. I've seen that card used a decent amount, and I don't have it. This card, again, at max level, you're talking about it being a card that has a taunt with a dodge. He's not that fast, but a taunt and a dodge. He also has a stun and a return fire, and it's in an archer. So you talk about a card that doesn't scream, use me in archer only matches, but I've only got him down here, right? I don't even have him here yet. Oh no, I do have him at level 3. What am I talking about? So I have the return fire. I mean, does the stun matter that much? Maybe not. So he can still get used a little bit. This guy, I need to get to the next level because he is a good little attacker, but you need to get that second attack, right? Otherwise, if he runs into a shielded person, he's just doing nothing. Same thing for this one, right? So total different ball game having that 2 attack here. So both of those need to be leveled up. I am tempted to use these cards in battle because there are not that many 1 mana cards. Sometimes you don't want to use the halfling because you don't feel like you need him there, and he can't attack. You've got these 2 wonderful cards that you could add in and can attack from anywhere, but I don't have either of them leveled up. The only one I have leveled up is the monkey, who has to be in the reach position. This is probably the worst one because, well, I also have this one, and I do use him, but this one here has to be the worst one because he has to be in the reach position. And one of the major metas right now is to use the flank monster that gives the armor to everyone with the blue-white combo. So you would never, ever put this card on the board, except for maybe melee can attack from everywhere if you just had 1 mana left. Yeah, gathering the player trade feature would be helpful. I still don't know about trading cards if you have to unlock them first until the market goes up a decent amount. Because if this card only costs $11, I could buy 1 more and max it out, not have to worry about it anymore. Why pay $10 just to trade so I can unlock this one and trade it to Bojangles and he can send me this one? I mean, I guess I save $1 by doing that, but then both of us lose a legendary card, like we didn't, as opposed to gaining a legendary card if you buy one. So we'll see. But pay attention to this reward set. Be more prepared for it when it goes out of print. Be more prepared to unlock it because you don't want to be me with Chaos Legion. Gold. I got this guy, I got this guy, I got this card. All soul bound, $300 card, and I'm just sitting on it, and I cannot do it. I cannot unbind him. I haven't been able to quite bring myself to burn that card, but I should just probably be burning it. I got a couple of these sitting here that I could have unbound. I've got one of the Avis. I mean, this card was super meta. It's a decent. Now, given none of these cards are worth what they used to be worth, because Chaos Legion is out of the meta right now. I got a couple Oos here, $420 card in theory. And I meant to unlock most of these. I just didn't think about it, and the time came and it went, and now I don't even know what to do with those. I mean, really, what do I do with these? Do I just burn them all? Yeah, gathering. I agree. Yeah, gathering's got a point. Maybe there'll be a unlock potion, so maybe I just don't burn these. because I'm sure that there'd be some people that might want a gold foil Izzy R that I have, or a gold foil Oost I'd like to go ahead and sell, or maybe this one here, he was really good too. These two weapons trainers were definitely pretty meta for a long time, and it would be just an interesting thing to be able to do. Yeah, Paul, I understand. I probably shouldn't be able to unlock them. I had my chance and I missed it. If I can't, I'm not bitter about it. It's just hard to come in here and be like, let's click this button and let's click this button and get 125,000 glint. Oh, that's no fun. I don't need glint. I have 1,000,000. The ones that I have at higher level, I can put onto land at least. Yeah. Oh no, I can't put onto land because they're locked. Right? Because can Soulbound be put on land? I don't think they can. I want to say no. Otherwise, he'd be on land. He'd definitely be on land if he could. So. Yeah, Paul, I do play survival, so that's why I've leveled up this EZR to level 3. And then why I have this one here at level 2. Because there's no real point to put it into this one, and because it would only be 3 with 1 extra. So now I have 3 EZRs I can play in survival. I do play survival. These cards do come in handy. They don't come in that handy because I don't play survival like other people play survival. So, what I typically do is on Brawl Day, I submit my brawls. I play my energy really low, and then I go play 20 to 30 survival matches. It's usually a pretty big day for me. Or I'll do that in like the 2 days that the brawl is going on. That way my brawl teams are already in. Then I can go use all my cards. I can burn them all down and use all my energy. And then I come back 2 days later, and most of my good cards are just about back. Yeah, Rift. That's what I thought. I would have had to have unbind them. And I would have unbinded some of these for land. But I missed it. So I'm just saying, don't be that person. Be ready. Don't be Steve on your reward set and not unbind these. I didn't unbind any of these, which is a bummer. I didn't unbind any of these ones, which is quite terrible because there were summoners in here, and I did not unbind any of these ones either. So, boo-hoo for me. Burn it. Yeah. Yeah, and Paul, that is a pretty good plan for survival, right? You just maybe even the day before the brawls, use most of your energy. That way you only have to play a little bit the next day, and then you can recover, right? Look at all of my max level per Pelicorp mercenaries that are only worth $2. I've got 2 more that I got to put onto the land, I think. No, I keep 3 for survival. That's right. I try to keep 3 copies of him. Probably should make some more max copies. He's a good card. But yeah, see, here's where I was going to say, like, in this reward set, I had max foil gold commons for almost all of them. Oh, except for this guy. Apparently I fell a little bit short on my Goblin Bomber. Yeah. In theory, they'll be bought. I haven't got a lot of Rebellion gold foils, though, in the rewards. If I go to gold. I mean, I like I said, I got a decent amount, but I kind of like to get these. I wouldn't mind getting these to like max level, and then think about unlocking them to be able to stake them onto land, right? And to be able to stake them into conflict wagons, because then it would be kind of interesting. For a little while, I didn't have this card at max level, so this was the irregular. So I actually had him. I leveled him up to level 6, but I have to look at it. This little guy is an amazing little card. So I wouldn't mind getting a gold foil copy of him. So. Yeah, we'll see. And then my rares, like I went over it before, not that much better. My epics, not very good. And my legendaries, pretty pathetic, right? 3? 4? I don't know, most of you have more than that? I got you. All right, guys. Well, we're at an hour and a half. The chat's kind of slowed down. We went over some market stuff, some soulbound stuff. Splinterlands is 7 years old. Congratulations to everybody who's here. I think we're gonna make it a lot more. I'm working on a quick little video idea. You know, the one thing about Splinterlands that it's done for sure, to give you a little hint, is that we have fanatics. There's most people say that if you start a business or you start a YouTube or you support anything, you just need about 1,000 fanatics. Once you have 1,000 fanatics, if you do the math, you only need 1,000 people, I think, who will spend $1,000 a year to make your business $1 million a year business. Does Splinterlands have 1,000 people willing to spend $1,000? I'd say we do, because we got over 1,000 people in the pre-sale. I think most people put in around $1,000, and that's where that first million came. And then we have a level above the fanatics, the guys who put in 80,000, 60,000, 70,000 into the pre-sale, who are just a step above the fanatics. And the last thing we need to put together, guys, we just need those fans. We need the regular fans to come here. You got the guys who are spending tons of money. You got the guys who aren't going anywhere. They keep putting in a bit of money. Now we need the guys who just see all of us and decide to come and join us. So hopefully we can get them to see us here. All right, it's been great hanging out, guys. I think I'm going to end it there.